Day one of training camp is officially in the books. In Chiefs Kingdom, we already have our rookie who might have just earned some real trust with the franchise quarterback. A lot of trust. We also got word on a genuine piece of good news involving the Bieniemy family that has nothing to do with football and everything to do with what actually matters in life. We saw the starting defense experiment with a 5-man front that could cause problems all season long, and we got some injury updates that range from routine to a real concern for a couple of names on this roster. So I sat down and went through every practice report, every presser clip, and every beat reporter update out of St. Joe today, so you don't have to. If you have a life, job, kids, and can't sit there refreshing Twitter all damn day, well, this is the update for you. Here's everything that happened on day one of Chiefs training camp. Let's kick things off with some positive news on the day. Andy Reid shared that Eric Bieniemy's wife, Mia, is out of the ICU and doing better. Thank God.
Update on Mia. Bieniemy, she's doing great. She's doing better and great from where she was out of the ICU unit and making progress. So we're happy about that. And EB's still with her, and that part's important that that's taking place.
Eric remains with her in Virginia right this second, and that's genuinely great news to hear. Our thoughts continue to stay with the Bieniemy family as she continues to improve. Now let's move on to the football side of things, and we got a real mixed bag here. Linebacker Ethan Downs, he had knee surgery, and along with tight end John Michael Gillenborg, both of those guys were now placed on injured reserve. They're going to miss the whole season. That's a tough blow for both of those guys, and our thoughts are with those two as they take that long road to recovery back. On a similar note, defensive tackle Omar Norman-Lott is still working his way back from that torn ACL last season and didn't practice today. He remains on the PUP list. No real update there. He's just continuing to put the work in. We have a clip of him working on the sideline. Cornerback Mansour Delane did get on the field today, but he is still working in a yellow non-contact jersey as he still manages that shoulder issue. He was out there, which is a good sign. He'll get there. Now here's more encouraging news. Rashee Rice and L'Jarius Sneed both got some work today as part of a planned ramp up. And when the two of them left practice early, and they did, and there was chaos, that was not a red flag. People thought it was a crazy event. It wasn't. Andy Reid confirmed after practice at his presser that was part of the plan.
Chill out!
And so Sneed and Rice both had a pretty positive day of practice. So a real mixed bag on the injury front for day one, but plenty of reasons for Chiefs Kingdom to feel very good about today. Now let's get down to what actually happened when the guys got on the field and started practicing, playing a little bit of football. I think that's what we're doing. There's a rookie story here that Chiefs Kingdom definitely needs to hear. And look, you probably didn't expect it, or you expected it totally, and it's super not interesting, but Cyrus Allen, people, we got some Cyrus Allen news. So yeah, Cyrus Allen made sure Chiefs Kingdom noticed him on day one. He was getting first team reps and targets all practice long, and Andy Reid himself said it after practice. He said he's got some trust there with Pat. That is not a small thing to hear about a rookie one day into training camp. Lots of trust being built. Allen backed it up too, capping the day with a touchdown in 7-on-7 drills. That's a positive. Speaking of Mahomes, he looked pretty sharp finding his guys today. He connected with Travis Kelce multiple times. What else is new? He even got Jared Wiley involved. He had a few nice throws and a couple were in very tight windows. Reid backed that up in his presser. He looked pretty good today is what Reid said. Strong, his feet were moving well. He thought it was positive.
Yeah, he looked pretty good today, I thought. Strong. You see the strength in his legs, and which is important with a leg injury. You kind of look at that first, see how his feet are moving. His feet are moving well. I thought it was positive. I thought he looked well.
That is about as clean of a report card as you can ask for Patrick Mahomes on day one. Lots of positivity today. Now, not everything was awesome today. Some things really sucked.
Man, this sucks.
For one, the wide receiver room. Jalen Royals, he had a rough go of it today. He dropped a few, had a ball knocked loose after a catch. You know, I really put a curse on that guy.
Curse!
But look, uncursed. He's going to be fine the rest of the way. Reid wasn't worried after practice either. He said he's got a good feel for the game. He's just got to keep on with those reps and make sure he has a good relationship with Pat and keep developing that. Yeah, let's hope so. Tyquan Thornton had a rough moment today too. He kicked off the day with a big old fat drop on the first play of full team period. So all you guys who thought the wide receiver room sucked, congrats. You were proven right on day one. But for real, rough days do happen on day one of camp. And the difference between a real concern and a normal camp moment is whether this becomes a pattern or they squash it and come out and destroy it tomorrow. On the other side of the ball, the starting defense showed us something very interesting in the walkthrough periods. According to Ronn Kopp, the Chiefs were toying with a 5-man front that gets Chris Jones, Tonga, Karlaftis, Ashton Gelati, and R. Mason Thomas all on the field at the exact same time. We've been begging for this. Also, R. Mason Thomas and Peter Woods were both getting first-team reps throughout the day, so it looks like Spag's going to actually play these guys, at least early. So yeah, that's a loaded, disruptive look that if they lean into it, it could be worth watching how they use that once the pads really start popping and quarterbacks have to contend with that. Up front on offense, Jalen Moore got the initial look at starting right tackle today. No big deal there. So right now, Jalen Moore is getting the start as expected, but that will be a battle as camp goes on. In the secondary, L'Jarius Sneed and Noah Williams worked in as the starting outside corners today, and Chris Roland Wallace worked with the nickel. Yeah, that's what we like to see. A bit of a surprise, though, seeing L'Jarius Sneed get the start at outside corner, probably because Delane's in a yellow jersey. And on Noah Williams specifically, we've all said that he's primed to have a good breakout season this year, and he looked like he could do that today. He looked very fluid, and he made a lot of plays. Shout out to Prize Picks for sponsoring tonight's episode. Let's jump right in and do some entries. We're going to go a little off the beaten path and go to NFL kickers. We're going to start out with the Chiefs' own Harrison Butker, 2026 regular season field goals, 28.5 field goals made. We're going to go more. This is a bounce back year for Harrison Butker. Right next to him, we're going to go Dicker the kicker, 31.5 field goals made. We're going to go more on that one as well. Let's come down here and go to Jason Myers, Seattle Seahawks, trying to repeat as Super Bowl champs. Not going to happen because the Chiefs are still in the NFL. 30.5 season field goals made. I'm going to go ahead and say more on that too. And we're going to go ahead and lock this in. Right now, you can go down to the description, find the link, use code HMA, and the new offer right now Prize Picks is running is play $5, get $150 if you win your first lineup. And now, back to the show. So yeah, that's a lot to digest from one single day of camp. First day. Yeah, first day. And we still got a lot of camp notes worth mentioning before I wrap this up. So in that punt game, I know a lot of you guys are concerned with the Nico Remigio thing. The Chiefs are working through a rotation of return options. Nico's there, but yes, Brashard Smith, Cyrus Allen, again, and Jacob DeJesus all got a look there. Allen making an appearance here too just adds to what was already a strong debut for him on the offensive side of the ball. There's also an emphasis early on Mahomes working under center, along with a heavy focus on that screen game. Considering Mahomes himself said he wants to get the ball out of his hands quicker this year, that focus feels intentional, not random. And K9 looked pretty good in the Chiefs uniform today. And also at safety, we had Connor and Gilman rounding out the starting defense alongside that outside corner group we already covered. And yeah, that safety room, that's going to have eyes on it all season long. Let's hope they gel and be awesome. One last note worth flagging, Worthy and Rice were not wearing yellow non-contact jerseys today. That's a positive. Small detail, but positive. Chiefs Kingdom's been anxious to see them back at full speed, and here it is. So that's day one of training camp in the books. An emotional one off the field and an encouraging one on it, with a rookie announcing himself and a defense already showing some new wrinkles that we all wanted to see. If this kept you caught up and saved you the scroll, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a single camp update like this one. And if you want to hear our full thoughts on what EB has done for the culture here in Kansas City since he's arrived, watch this one next.